And finish for my sin, you endure the cross. But for you, tell of His majesty. I have tasted of your grace. I have tasted of your love for me. I have tasted of your Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining Talking Gospel Live with Fola Amoho. Tonight is going to be a different night entirely. Normally we talk about, bring artists here, they talk about music, but tonight there's been a question we've been asking them. All of our questions we've been asking them, should gospel musicians, secure their intellectual property through copyright to prevent others from using their works? All of them come in and said, yes. So tonight we are bringing one of my love friends will be here tonight to put light into it. And to tell us how we can do that. If everyone accepts that it is a good thing, it is good for us to do that, then she's going to come here tonight and tell us. The topic tonight said, uncovering IP and tax secret for artists. I believe you're going to be blessed tonight. Sincerely, you're going to be blessed. We'll be inviting her shortly to join the show. We'll be bringing her up, and she'll be joining the show shortly with us. But like we always do it, thank you guys for always coming out. Thank you guys for always showing much love. I celebrate you. Don't forget to just share the link. Share it. Please, gospel artists need to hear this, how to secure their intellectual property. It's going to be a time of refreshment. I'm telling you tonight. So share this link with your friends that are gospel artists that have been looking for how to secure their property in the music industry. Tonight is their night. Let's hear from someone that knows what we can do, how we can do it. They said when you know something, you won't miss the road. So we are already going to know tonight, and I believe God is going to be a blessing. Please share with your friend. Thank you, Mide Daniels. I can see my people, Polycarp. Oh, thank you all for joining. I'll be bringing our guests very shortly. The song at the background said "Great God" by Fola Mo featuring Deborah Billy Ben. Don't worry, keep subscribing. This is IG Live. Keep subscribing. We'll be bringing our guests shortly. Thank you all for subscribing, for buying your data. It's not easy to join the live show. Thank you so much. So we'll be bringing our guests tonight. I hope we are ready. Tonight. Our miss. I hope we are ready. Should be joining us. So let's share the link. Let's keep sharing. It's on my status. You can share. Oh, see who we have here tonight. Like, seriously. See who I just brought out from nowhere. You think it's easy to bring this woman out here? It is easy. Tell me, today is our birthday. First of all, let me wish her happy birthday. Look at you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking fab. Happy birthday to you. We love you. We celebrate you. We've got
Thank you.
And grant you even took out when you gave me this date. I was just smiling with you. I think I didn't know it's a birthday. It's gonna be a birthday splash. A lot of things tonight. Thank you so much for taking out from your time to be a blessing to us tonight. I don't know if you have anything to say to those watching you tonight. It's not easy to get data, so you have to tell them something. Thank you all for watching us.
Okay.
Thank you all.
So I'm trying to use a filter because I'm not made up, but I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, we can. We can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you for those wishing me happy birthday. I'm really happy. If you're here now, maybe you'd have eaten the small chops that I have in front of me, but maybe I'll keep it for you. So, just today we're going to be talking about the things that you can do to secure your brand, and why should you secure your brand, right? How you can make money from it. I don't believe that because you are a gospel artist, you should just do it without putting proper structures in place. To ensure that you make money, and also to ensure that you are not losing money when it comes to taxes, right? So those are the things that we're going to be talking about, just to open your eyes. So like I always say, anytime I come on social media, there's a caveat that this is not this is not like a one-on-one consultation where you come and then you tell me, oh, this is what my business is into, this is what I do. So this is just information, just to open your eyes to, the things that you need to know in your industry concerning intellectual property and tax. Right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We are glad to have you tonight. This is a great one for us. Thank you for taking out of your busy schedule to be a blessing to us on this platform. We really appreciate you, and we pray that God will continue to uplift you in every area of your life. Tonight, guys, like we do, I'm going to tell you who is just who we have here. We need to talk about her. The little I know about her, she's a mother, she's a friend. She's blessed with 2 kids. She's married though. Even the husband is in progress. Don't just go and be. The husband is there in this show. So she's married blessed with 2 kids. Bukola Agbola is her name. Your expert in corporate commercial law, taxation, and IP. An alumna of the University of Leicester, England. She's 16 years at the Nigerian bar. You can see it's not a joke tonight. The person we are bringing here tonight is not a joke. She's already 16 years in Nigerian bar. She specializes in corporate commercial law, intellectual property, and taxation. So you are in the right place tonight. So I want you to sit down and relax and enjoy what you're going to get from her. With the little time she has, she's going to dish out those things you need to know. And these are the things you paid for. Naturally, we pay for these things, but she's going to be doing it for you tonight free of charge. Why not? So I want you to take this opportunity, like, okay, after teaching me, what next should I do? She's doing all of these things. So be ready to follow her on her platform, on her page, so as to, to be enlightened, and you want to know more, or you want to know how to go ahead with these things she's trying to tell us tonight. She's ready, she's there, but don't go there in free. She will charge you. You have left this platform now, so you are going there, she will charge you. So she's certified by the World Intellectual Property Organization. Bukola Agbola is this distinguished legal expert with a knack of reviewing and complex intellectual property and taxation. With a solid foundation in corporate commercial law, she has been instrumental in crafting legal structures that empower businesses to strive and grow. I believe tonight, everyone that will be here to listen to her, definitely you will strive in every area of your life. It's what we are praying for. This platform is all about Bukola, like we said. This platform is all about, we bring musicians, they come to tell us, we ask them questions, and part of the question we've been asking them is, should gospel musicians secure their intellectual property through copyright to prevent others from using their work? Or what they come today, you see them saying, copyright, go, they keep warning everyone, do it, do that, do the, some people might feel, why is this person talking like this? But whatever you do, you are doing it to make profit. That's the truth. You can't just, okay, I'm just saying, I don't want to make money. I want to just, everybody has their way of what they want to achieve at the end of every business. So that's what is happening tonight. So the topic before us tonight, like we said uncovering IP and tax secret for artists. We'll be giving you the platform now where you start talking to us about what we need to know. And we have some people watching us tonight. And thank you guys. Thank you all. We can't mention name. I can see Babajide Agbola. I can see I can see a lot of people here tonight. I'm blessed. I can see our beautiful sister's husband is on the stage. Maybe the children will join us. Maybe the children will join us. Once again, happy birthday, and
thank you.
The floor is
open
for
that. Okay. So I think maybe one thing you also didn't mention is that I'm also a minister. So I mean, for me to also be on this platform, it's something that also hits hard at me, that gospel artists need to do this. It doesn't make you less of a Christian when you secure your brand, right? So I'll just go into the basic details, right? So I hear you say copyright a lot, but the overall umbrella is intellectual property. So what's intellectual property? It's not the fact that the way you have land. So you have land, and everyone believes that, oh, you must buy land, you must own land, right? So intellectual property is just like land, but it's intellect. Is what you've created from your mind, what you've created from your intellect. That's what we call intellectual property. So just like land, just like the way you have your land documentation, you will have everything to show that that is your land. When it comes to things that you've created from your intellect, right, you must protect it as well, just like you are protecting your land, right? So the same value that your land is giving you, that's your intellectual property too should give you that same value. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So you should also appreciate. So that's what we talk. That's what we mean by intellectual property. So when it comes to gospel artists, the two key ones that I would say that you should really be familiar with is copyright and
Yeah.
trademark.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
copyright has to do with when you produce your song, right? Whether sound recording, whatever it is. So the thing about it, the limitation about it is that it can't be an idea. You can't just say, oh, I have an idea to sing Mama say, Mama Kosa. You can't protect that idea. It has to be expressed. It has to be expressed in one form or the other.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to have expressed it, you need to have written it down, you need to have recorded it for it to have that automatic protection for copyright, right? So you can't protect an idea, right? That one we need to get it right. So you must produce it in some form. It must be expressed for it to be protected, right? So once you've expressed, so right now I'm talking about copyright, I'll soon go to trademark, then I'll go to taxes. So once you've expressed it in a form, right, then it has automatic copyright. It's automatic. Not like you need to register anything, it's automatic. But what we always say is that it's preferable that you register it, right? With the Copyright Commission, wherever you are, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are abroad, it's always better that even though it comes with the automatic copyright, you should register it. So in case there's disputes, right? In case, let's say somebody saying, oh, I was the one that performed this song, I was the one that wrote this song, you know, you can bring out your registration to show, okay, that would go a long way, you know, for you. So I always advise that you should register it. And registering your copyright, the truth of it is, you don't even need a lawyer. At least I know for the Nigerian jurisdiction, do you understand? You don't need a lawyer to register it for your copyright. It's something that they've made it easy that you can do it all by yourself, right? In Nigeria, with the Copyright Commission, you can do it yourself. So I don't know about other jurisdiction, other places, but in Nigeria, it's something that you can do, right? So I would say that you should register that. And then when it comes to trademark, so apart from copyright, apart from you protecting that your intellectual property, there's also trademark. So the name, the brand that you're using to run, right? You need to also register it. So let's say you have a band, and maybe give me the name of a band. Give me a very creative name for a band.
Polamo.
You are just a natural marketer of yourself. I should have expected that that's what will come out from your mouth. If they wake you up, I should expect that it's Folamo that covered. So let's just say that the name of the band is Folamo. So trademark means that's mark, that's name that you're using to differentiate yourself. You should trademark it, right? So nobody else can use it. It only belongs to you. And the reasons why you trademark is for so many reasons. And everything still turns to money. So you know the way I earlier explained how when you buy land, the land appreciates, you can rent the land, you can lease the land, you can sell it, right? You can lease it, you can sell it, you can assign some of your rights, you know, you can give a license, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important that you must do it. Because if you don't do it, you can't gain those monetary values. Do you understand? From it. So I mean, you can like the what's it called? What you're wearing now, Fola? The top you're wearing now, right? A hoodie, right? Yes, like the hoodie that you're wearing now, right? You can have your merchandise, right? And then it just has Fola Mo on it.
Yeah.
You can even have a slogan that is known to you alone. That you came up with it. You were just being very creative with that slogan. Once you trademark that slogan and you put it under Folamo, so let me give an example now. I mean, so I will give an example from Nigeria because that's my jurisdiction, right? So like Nigeria now, where you have, I'm sure we all know Chicken Republic, right? So you can trademark Chicken Republic. Chicken Republic does different food meals. They have Big Boys meal, they have Chick Whiz, different things. They can trademark those particular names.
Yeah.
So as a gospel artist, you can come up with slogans. You can come up with things that, and I believe that we're even the ones that should be more exposed to coming up with creative things, because we've got the Holy Ghost. We've got the Holy Ghost. We can't be compared to secular artists, right? So when you come up with those, when the Holy Ghost ministers all those creative things to you, then you can now trademark it, right? And run with those things.
Wow.
Right? So it's very important. So there are other questions that you might have, like, I'm singing a song, with somebody who has the trademark who has the copyright to the song. So let's say you are doing a collab with somebody and you are wondering, who has the trademark to the song? So the thing is, you guys can even start with an agreement, right? I believe that no matter what it is you're going to, you should always agree. You should have something signed, right? And then let's know what you contributed and what this person contributed, so that we can know what rights belong to each person. Because the end game is that you believe that you are producing that music, you believe that you are doing that content because you are going to eventually, for lack of a better word, you're eventually going to blow. I know that that's what most musicians understand. You are going to blow with that music, right? So you must ensure that you do everything properly from the start. You must know who it is that owns those rights. Okay, this is what I am contributing, this is this and that, and then you must have it written down, right? So that's when it comes to copyright and trademark, right? Then I will just so that I can take questions, I'll just go into a few more things. So when it comes to taxation, right, you hear a lot of news, especially abroad, where you see that this musician has been taken to court because of tax fraud. They were not paying their taxes as when due. I believe that as musicians, whether gospel or secular, you are out there. The authorities can see you, unlike any other business. So it's good for you to, do the right things. But more like celebrities, you guys are out there. Everybody knows you. Do you understand? That's your plan. You want everybody to know you. You want everybody to understand, to know your song. So you are more open to the authorities when it comes to that. So the more reason why you have to ensure that your taxes, you have them, you've organized yourself, and you are paying your taxes as at when due. So that it doesn't, because things like that can literally destroy a brand that you have been building from the start. The fact that this gospel artist has not been paying their taxes, even if we're to go down to the gospel, where it says pay to whom to pay your dues to whom is due and all that, so you must ensure that whether it's to the federal, whatever jurisdiction you are, whether it's to the federal, whether it's to the state, whether it's to the local government, whatever taxes that is due, you must ensure that you're doing it. So for my own jurisdiction now, I know that your show is worldwide. For my own jurisdiction now, which is Nigeria, the tax laws are actually easier on smaller businesses.
Okay.
Right? So if you're not making up to a certain amount of money, the tax rules are easier on you. They want you to be able to develop, right? So that by the time you now get big, it can be easier. So instead of running away from it, just find out, seek the experts and know what it is that so that you can start to do it appropriately, right? I don't know if we still have more time, but we can take questions that.
Before we go forward, I would like to say welcome some people that just joined us. Deborah Billy Ben just joined, Shegun Labu just joined, El Para event just joined, Money Josh just joined, Tayo. I want to say a very big thank you, everyone. We can see you. Emmanuel, we can see you. Kick Song Nike, we can see you. Steven Sarah, we can see you. Cakes by Long, we can see you. Agbola Baba, we have said that before. Villani we can see you. A lot of people have joined. Mide Daniels, thank you for joining. We didn't take this for granted. We know you have your own time out there. We know you have a lot of things to do, but taking your time to be a part of this program, I want to say thank you. And we're speaking on the topic you meant us speaking on is uncovering IP and tax secrets for artists. We have here with us Bukola Bola, and like we said, if you have any question during the as she's talking, you have any question, you can drop your questions, start typing them in. You have any question to ask about your tax, how can you maintain your tax, how can you start, or what can you do to start, and all that. You have any questions, please start dropping them in. You know, if we don't have time, we use 30 to 35 minutes, and that's already right. Me, I've already been blessed. The little I've had, I'm already being, being blessed. I don't know about you, but just keep your time, keep your questions, and I'm sure God will help us to be able to answer those questions for you tonight. Thank you all for joining us.
Okay.
Yeah, let's allow her to pick up. Yeah.
Okay, so I think another question people usually have is if someone uses my music, right? If someone uses something that I've created, what do I do? So we call it an infringement, right? So
Yeah.
somebody has infringed on your rights.
Yeah.
So when you create something, so I mean we're talking specifically to gospel artists now, right? Musicians. So when you create something, you have the right to reproduce that content, right? So you have the right to do with it whatever it is you want to do, right? You have the right to perform it, have the right to reproduce it or to use part of it. You have the right, like I said earlier on, to, derivatives, right? So they can be maybe a Christian, a faith-based story for children where they want to use your music. So you have the right to license them to use that. So let me give an example. So if someone infringes on that you have produced, right, what can you do? Which I think it's also a valid question when it comes to gospel artists. I mean, gospel artists are very, maybe I would say, spirit coco, like, maybe I'm just producing it for the impact. Maybe I'm just producing it for the glory of God. I don't want anybody to think that I'm fighting over something that, it's your right. So you have the right to actually, take steps before you even say you are going to court or anything. There are some little steps that you can take when somebody has infringed on your rights without even consulting a lawyer. You can reach out to them, send a letter, have some form of proof, right? Send an email, send a letter, a formal letter to them to let them know that they don't have the right to use this part of your music, right? That they need to desist from it, right? If then they don't do that, then you can now contact a lawyer to send. There's a cease and desist letter that we normally send, right, to somebody that has infringed on your right. So then we can send that. If still they are not doing that, right, you can then take it up legally, right? And you have the right to also get back monies that they have made from using that product. So let me give an example.
Okay.
If maybe there was a Netflix kids Christian show that was produced and your song was used, right? Part of your song was used and they didn't get license from you, they didn't contact you and all that, right? You can sue them. All the money that they made from that as well, you can claim all that from it as well, for them using your intellectual property without your license, without you consenting to it. So for me, I just always say that, for gospel artists, for anything that has to do with Christianity, when it comes to enforcing your rights, right? Don't think that because you are a Christian, I mean, even the Bible encourages us, to fight for what is right, to, fight for justice and all that. So I believe that as a Christian, because I see that a lot of that happens. Especially in this terrain that we are in, where people just use other people's music, without getting the consent from them and all that.
shouting. The person will come out and be shouting, "Oh, Lori, me, you," but you can't do anything. Maybe most of them don't even know all of this. They might not even know all
Yes,
of
so you can take up steps. Just also contact a lawyer, to be able to inform you of your rights, But I think I've explained it. The first point is you knowing that this thing belongs to you. Just like somebody comes to your land. So like the way I've been using land
Yes.
to explain it. It's just like somebody comes to your land and starts, maybe defecating on your land, just doing different things on your land. You have the right. It's a nuisance to you. It's your land. They don't have the right to enter into it. So just like the thing that you spent your time to create, you spent your time to write those songs, you spent your time to document it, to produce it, to do a video. They don't have a right to use any part of your song, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, there are limitations. There are also limitations to it, whereby they say that maybe when it's for educational use and all that, they can use it. And then there's also a time frame. So for copyright, for the things that you produce, right, it's still, the right still belongs to you until the death of the author, right? So I mean, for whatever you produce now, it belongs to you to the death of the author. Then 70 years after, still they can't use it. Just like even after you've gone, 70 years after, is until 70 years has passed after you've gone that they are now able to use it, that it enters the public space, that anybody can then use it, right? So it's quite important that you know
But
what
what
your
about
rights are.
you have families, like in that area? What about you have families? Even after 70 years, can they still do that? What about having
Yes,
family?
they can still, yes, after 70 years, it's not renewable. So after 70 years, it enters the public domain. So anybody can use it. So even you now, you can go and look for songs that the author has died, right? And it has passed 70 years, you can use that song. Do you understand? So that's the lifespan of the copyright on whatever it is that you created. Right. So I don't know if you have any other questions. So it's not just that
Yeah.
I'm just
Like
talking away.
if anybody wants to join the live show, you feel you have question bothering you, you would like to join sincerely, because I don't really bring people to join the live show. But if you feel you might not be able to type whatever is bothering you, you would like to say it, you can send a request to join the live show. Then we can pick it up from there and we can talk about it. But Bukola, for tonight, I want to ask, what are the implications of not paying taxes? Like maybe you don't pay your tax, what are the implications?
Okay. So the implication of you not paying your taxes, first of all, is, let's say that, let me even talk about monetary terms, because when you talk about what people stand to lose, it makes them attentive. So let's talk about monetary terms. Let's just say that you sang a song, right, and a company has decided to take you on board, right, to say, you know what, we want to partner with you. Most diligent organizations will want to ensure that you are complying with all the laws, all the rules of whatever jurisdiction you are in. So a proper company that wants to take you on board or that wants to partner with you, because they don't want to stain their own name, they will find out from you if you are compliant. Do you understand? So you can even lose deals. You can lose major deals because you've not been compliant in paying your taxes. I hope that is something that can encourage people to ensure that they are being compliant with the laws of the land that they are in. So that can happen. And then you can also, so what happens as well is, when you don't pay your taxes, right? So taxes is a worldwide thing. In every country that you are in, you are being taxed, because tax is seen as a social contract. It's a contract between you and the government, right? So the government is saying, you know what, pay your taxes. We will use that taxes to, better the lives of the people, right? So every country, tax applies to everybody, right? So when you're not paying your taxes, there are interests, there are things that are accruing on top of it, on top of it, on top of it, on top of it. I mean, there was a time that I think it was Iyabo or Ojo recently,
Yeah.
that I don't know if you heard about the news that there was some huge amount of money that they said that she's owing the Lagos state government. I think it ran into 15 million, or
Yeah.
I can't even remember, you know. So that's how that money actually accumulates, because their interest, their fines on top of it, and they keep on, what's the word? It's like when you are saving money, and yes, it keeps on accruing, you know, on top of it, and it keeps on. So something that was little before, you wonder why is it so much that they're telling me that I'm owing.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to ensure that you do it as at when you need to do it. They even give you discounts for when you do it earlier. Do you understand? But if you don't know these things, if you don't know it, how will you be able to take advantage of it? I think that it's very important that you must have a lawyer, you must have a tax advisor, because there are ways that you will save money. There are ways that, so it also depends whether you are running your business, your gospel business, whether you are running it with a business name, whether you are running it with an LLC, which is a limited liability company, or whatever legal structure you are running it with, in whatever jurisdiction you are in, right? So it also depends. So you'll be able to know which one is it best for me to run this business with. Should I run it with a business name? Because if I look at the business name, okay, the taxes, so let's say in Nigeria now, the taxes, if you are running it with a business name, maybe the taxes you will ever pay, the highest you will ever pay is 24%, right? With a business name. But if you say you are running it with a company, depending on how much you make, you can pay as high as 30%. Do you understand? So those are the tax strategies that a tax consultant will help you to look at. So you know what? You are running this publishing company. Let's just say it's a gospel artist that wants to go into a publishing company, or you want to have a label, a record label for gospel artists, right? You are thinking, what should I do? Should I run it with? You are thinking of taxes when you are considering what structure you register with CAC. Do you understand? Another thing I wanted to say is that when you register your name, so I'm going to be talking about Nigeria a lot, because I mean that's the jurisdiction, you know, I'm a lawyer and I practice in. So like for instance now in Nigeria, when you register with the Corporate Affairs Commission, which is the company's registry in Nigeria, right? When you register with them and you register your name, that's not what protects your name. So if you register, let's say let me see an example. Let's say you give me a name, please don't give me Folamo again. Just give me a very sweet creative name that people will draw towards when they hear it. Let me see.
Gentle Collection. Gentle Collection.
Gentle Collection. Okay. So let's say you have that name now. Let's say you register with CAC. CAC does not protect that name. CAC does not protect that name. What protects that name is registering your trademark, which is under intellectual property. So you registering with CAC just says that you are legal, you are able to conduct business in Nigeria. Do you understand? It doesn't protect that name. What protects that name is your trademark. So let me give an example. Let's say you registered Fola Amou now as your name. If somebody else had registered Fola Amou with a trademark at the trademark registry in Nigeria, do you know that person can come to CAC? They can write to CAC and say, this is my trademark. This person that is registered their company in my name, please tell them to withdraw it. You know, write to them. They will tell CAC to write to them that they cannot use that name, so they have to go and register another name. That's how powerful the intellectual property is. That's how powerful trademark is. So no matter what you're doing, especially a gospel artist, whereby, you know, sometimes for some businesses, they start with business name, they start with a brand name, they are not yet sure whether that's the brand name they want to run with, just the way Twitter changed from Twitter to X. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can always change your brand name. But for some gospel artists, they are sure of what it is that they want to run with. They are sure of that brand that they want to run with. So I would always say that for a gospel artist, when you are sure of the brand you are running with, you must ensure that you trademark that brand, because the earlier the better, so that nobody else takes that brand name that you are running with, right? So very important. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any
Yeah.
other questions. I've spoken a lot
Say that
about.
you have registered
Yes.
a name before. Maybe you have registered before. Can you put any other name under it?
Yes, you can. You can. But that wouldn't be under a business name. So it has to be the right structure,
Or
right? So it won't be a business name. So it will be
maybe
sort
like
of like a holding company. Sorry?
maybe like you have registered a business name before and you want to put this your music name underneath. Is it going to work?
You want to put your music name under it? How? Explain a bit more.
Give an example, like Folamo. I think we registered the one with PHO Folamo, and now the music one is Folamo, which is FO. So since the Folamo, the PHO something has been registered with everything have been registered, can Folamo be under it?
Okay, so you can't do that with the legal structure of a business name. You
Okay.
can't. So you have to go to another legal structure, right? A limited liability company to be able to do that. So the other one will just own shares in the other one, right? To enable you to be able to do that. But you can't do it with a business name.
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So the best you can still do, which I mean, if you had come to me, the best which I would still say that you can do is to trademark, like I've said earlier on. For you, the best thing would be to trademark that name. Do you understand? Is a better protection for you. So CAC just says that, oh, it's legal for you to run your business. That's what CAC does. You registering with CAC. So just trademark that second name that you want. Ensure that it's trademark, and that will give you a better protection till when you're ready to now form a structure that you want, whereby you can put other businesses under a registered company.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really had a nice time tonight. Guys, I don't know if anyone has a question, and I believe we have all learned tonight. We have all learned a lot tonight. I've gotten a lot of, as a tax he said it's a social contract between you and the government.
Yeah.
So let's learn to
Yes.
pay our tax, because sometimes I just feel we have a lot of musicians out there. They are singing, but they're not paying it, and they feel nothing is
Yes.
happening. But
Yes.
like you
And
said,
they are,
now
like I
somebody
said,
pay
they are
50 million.
celebrities.
Who knows
Yes.
50 million what did he do to 15 million? You can imagine. So like now one day they'll just wake up and say, you are owing 10 million. I wonder 10 million where,
Yes.
how? So let's try as much as possible, like we've had. Whatever you're doing, just try to pay your tax, no matter any way. You might think you are, nobody is seeing you and you are doing it codedly. You don't know why it's happening. Maybe one day in the future you want to do something and they'll bring bills for you. You might be thinking you won't be popular, and tomorrow you get popular. And the next thing is to start seeing lots of bills. So with what we have learned tonight, I believe, let's not just hear it, let's put it into practice. And I believe God will continue to help us. Thank you all. I don't know if you have anyone has a question. I've not seen any question from my end, and I don't know if you have seen any from your end. Here they do codedly. When the thing has touched us, we don't ask questions. We just take it and go and digest it, and you start seeing impact and things will start working. And I believe that's what we are planning to do tonight. Thank you so much, Bukola. We really do appreciate you. We really do. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for taking out of your busy. Like today is your birthday, and you can
Yeah.
still come out to be a blessing to us. I didn't really, in short, that's the blessing. Thank you so much, and we believe God for you that you will be greater than you are by the special grace of God. Before this
Amen.
time next year, you don't know a better day. Your light will never go dim. We appreciate you. We celebrate you tonight. Do you have anything to say to those watching you? Do you have any advice for them? Do you have anything to say to them before we call it a day? Thank you.
For the watchers, I think so. First of all, I'll just say, Fola, you're doing a fantastic job. Having to come. I know what it is to be on social media. I mean, I try it, and then I have so much work to do, and you're just doing a fantastic job. So
Thank you.
I first of all just want to say well done on what you're doing, and I just want your audience as well to continually, appreciate you and just, broadcast more of what she's doing. I think that it's a great thing that we can talk about gospel. We can talk about how to further the gospel. Like I've said earlier on, we've got the Holy Spirit. We've got the greatest advantage, that we could ever have. You know, it's just to ensure that we do the right things. We should be the ones producing the best sounds. We
Yeah.
should be the ones coming out with the best dance steps. You
Yeah.
know, so I just want a lot of gospel artists that are on this platform to really tap into that ability that you have been given, you know, by the Spirit of God, and, you know, create content for kids, you know, create content in different things. You can even invent a musical instrument, you know. So there's so many things that you can do, and once you do it, like we've said earlier on, ensure that you protect it. That's the most important thing. Once God has given you that creativity, ensure that you protect it and you secure your brand.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
important. So thank you so much for having me. I had a
Thank you
great
for
time.
coming. And to all our viewers, you know, I love you guys. Thank you all for always coming out to join my show. And this is Talking Gospel Live with Fola Mo. And tonight we have Bukola Agbola with us. And today also mark her birthday. And we thank God for her life. And we talk about uncovering IP and tax secrets for artists. This will be the video will be dropped on IG. You can go ahead. Maybe you came in late, you want to hear more, you can go check the video out and learn more. And let's try to start making way to pay our tax. It's very important, like she said. It's very, very important, and I believe God will continue to help us. Good. Should gospel musicians secure their intellectual property? Yes, it's a yes, and that was what we discussed tonight. And they've given us a lot of clue and a lot of things to know about that. I believe you are blessed, and I'm also blessed. Thank you, Bukola Agbola, for coming to be a blessing to us. We celebrate you permanently. Thank you so much. And we're going to call it a night, and we want to say thank you for joining, and to everyone, we love you. And please don't forget to follow Bukola Agbola. Her name on the please, Bukola, please tell us your name on IG,
Okay.
your business, your
It's Opal Practice.
please, you can
Opal
type it
Practice.
down. You can type it down on the stuff. So everyone, please, let's follow Opa Practice. You need any advice from her, she's available. Just send her a DM. She's going to advise you on what to do, and she can go ahead to do it for you if you want her to take it up for you. She's a lawyer and she's practicing it at the moment. It's not like she doesn't. So please, that's her name under Opa Practice. Please just click on that name and follow. If you are following me, you have to follow her, because she's a blessing to us tonight. We didn't pay anything to bring out today's show. She was just a blessing on our birthday. Thank you so much for using this platform to be a blessing to us. We celebrate you, and we are going to call it good night from this end.
Thank
We love you.
you. Have a good night rest.
Take care of yourself. Regards to the
Yeah.
family. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Okay, yeah. Bye.